Have you guys ever wanted to play Honkai Impact if Honkai Impact was easy? Have you ever wanted to play a game that was so overfilled with furries and lollies that it annoys you? Well, welcome to Zenless Zone Zero. Hi, I'm Lefty, and this video I'm gonna be talking about Zenless Zone Zero and what I think about it. So let's get right into it. So overall, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't hate the game, but I also don't like it. There's a lot of issues that I have with it. I wrote a bunch of them down. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna talk about the positives about it first, and then we'll get to the negatives, as I typically do with my reviews. Okay, so first of all, the characters and NPC design. The characters look great. They look great. The animations look great. As you saw there, the animated little look for your party looks great. And as you see later in the video, there's gonna be a lot more cool NPC designs. So just look forward to that. But overall, I have a lot of issues with this game. The design of the characters makes sense because it's a Hoyo game, but the design of the characters is not one of them. Music. So the music in this game is very good, and you should be able to hear it in the clips. But the music, for the most part, I really enjoy it. Battle theme, not my thing, but I understand it. Right, but like the hub music, when you get back to like the hub, it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice and relaxing. I don't like the combat, and we'll get more into that later, but I do enjoy the little QTE events that you get because they just look so clean, and I just love a side like that. If you saw that, I think that's really cool. The cutscenes overall are gorgeous, and I think that if the story was good, I think that the cutscenes, it would complement the cutscenes a lot more. And the last thing I have written down for the positives is, at least for me, my gacha luck has been pretty decent in this game. Okay, so now get your popcorn ready. I got a lot of negatives I want to talk about. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about the combat. The combat, I feel like could have been done better. It's a Hoyoverse game, so obviously nothing's going to be original. Even like look at Genshin and Star Rail, like it's not original, right? But those games have different style of combat. Those games. Sorry about that. I had a whole stutter. It's late at night. I'm recording this. Okay, leave me alone. Anyway. Genshin makes its combat unique by having elemental reactions and being able to form teams on that. Ergo, Hyperbloom, Ergo, Burgeon, Ergo, Melt, Ergo, etc., etc. There's a lot of other team comps that I can tell you, right? Starro, it's a turn-based game. It's very unique when it's turn-based because it takes what Persona 5's combat does, and it just does a different take on it. But Zenless doesn't feel like that. Zenless feels like it took Honkai Impact Third's combat, and it feels like they just kind of made it a lot worse. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, overall, I wish it could have been a lot better. I was hoping more Devil May Cry. If you guys have played that, I want a Devil May Cry Hoyoverse game. And we got something similar, which was post Honkai Odyssey. But when you beat the story completely, there's no point in playing that, right? I kind of wish that's what this game was. Alright, the next thing that I have on the list is the story. and the TVs. So we'll get into the TVs, but the story. One thing I really hate about the story is that it can be really good, but the problem is they really don't show you a lot of good stuff. It's just talking and talking and talking. Luckily, there's a skip button, but again, like I said, like I mentioned in the positives, there's a beautiful cutscenes, and especially there's some really good cutscenes with the MCs or the brother and the sister, and them having their own like moment together. It's really cute and wholesome, and I love it. But the problem I have with that is that it's every now and then. It's not the whole story. It kind of reminds me of Genshin's story. The main story is so mid. I skipped the whole thing, so I don't even know anything about the story. I just know that there's a giant construction robot that they fought and then turned into an ally, and then had a Honkai Impact third Night Glow moment, and then our final lesson moment, and then they didn't kill the character with red hair. Anyway, that's a different topic. And on top of that, it's also paired with this really awful system known as a TV system, where you have to do this TV minigame that no one likes, and I know no one likes it because there's other people that have done videos on this same topic, saying that they hate the TVs and they could have been done better. And I agree. I think that the TVs could have been done better, or they could have just removed altogether. Why do they exist? Why are they in the game? They should be removed. And it's so... Going back to the combat, there's one more thing I forgot to mention, and that is the fact that it's easy. It is very generic, but it's easy. It's so easy. It's like there's no difficulty. Even on hard mode, it's very simple. You can... I remember I was playing on my PC, and I remember I played with with one hand on the keyboard, the other hand scrolling through Insta. It's that easy. And I get it, it's for casual players, I get it, but I just wish it was a little bit harder, you know? Alright. World exploration is... the lack of lore of world exploration is really annoying, because you walk around and there's like 1-2 chests every like area. Really disappointing. Next thing is the pulls. There's at least for me, hardly any pulls. I haven't gotten a single pull ever since the login. I don't get a lot of pulls. And overall, the rest for later in the game, but I'm just gonna say it. The end game, at least for me, again, it's very generic. It's for pretty mid. I've seen better in Star Rail. And that it's too grindy, from what I noticed. There will be moments in the game when it'll lock you to where you can't even play the main story and level up, or you can't play the main story and get more polychromes, I think they're called. And it's like really disappointing, because it's just like, really, I have to get to interlock level 30 in order to finish the story, so I can get more levels up, or so I can unlock new places. Really? And here's another nitpicky thing, while we're on the gacha screen, is the banners. There's too many banners. There's the Bang Boo banner, which I don't have in this footage, but there's the Bang Boo banner, there's the weapon banner, or the W engine, whatever, banner. Then there's the limited time, and then the standard. And you can make the argument, oh, but doesn't Star Rail have that? Star Rail doesn't do that. Star Rail has realistically 2, and it just has a light cone. Same with Genshin, with a weapon. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of unnecessary banners. Does remind me a lot like Honkai Impact. And the last thing I put is it's a game that I would only play once a month, and it's true. I don't think I'd see myself playing this in the long term. I see myself playing this maybe once a month at most. Again, this game doesn't have a good story. Box 2 actually made a good point. Like people don't want to watch people don't want to watch One Piece because it's too long, right? But then people will say, "Oh, it gets good at this certain episode," right? But it's like I don't want to watch all those episodes there, right? That's kind of how it feels, the story at least, right? I'm sure it gets good, I'm sure, but I don't want to play until that moment. I just want to play my game, and I want to have fun, you know, like I do with Genshin and like I do with Star Rail. And yes, I do have fun in Genshin. Shut up, I do. I'm actually gonna have a video later about Genshin, so keep an eye out for that. All right, the last thing I wanted to say is my rating. So, what do I give this game? Well, although I don't have too many issues with it than I thought I would, I don't think it's that good. I think it has a lot of issues that need to be solved, mainly regarding to the story. But overall, the game I give a solid I'll give it a solid 6 out of 10, or 5.5 out of 10, or 5.75 out of 10. It has potential, but the problem is it's just too Honkai. It's too much trying to be on Honkai Impact, but fails in that account, and it's just not. It's just I've done this before. I've seen this before. It's just a worse Honkai Impact third in my opinion. I don't know, but you guys may have a different opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'm rambling on now, so I've said what I wanted to say. I will have a new Genshin video, as I said, about Imaginary and Theater, and 4.8 endgame, and I will probably have another video on Star Rail. I don't know. But yeah, this is Lefty signing out. Peace. Is that Ellen? Yo, why she kinda she look nice. Wait, that's actually really cool. Oh my, that's a hottie. What is this?